How you doing? Pretty good.
I got the old van back running like a top. Feels like a new vehicle. Man, these phone chargers, you get for your car, a cell phone. If you look at them, you get the original one. It's like could be like 2 volt, 2.5 amp, that kind of thing. But then if you look at aftermarket chargers, you'll see they are all over the place. 2 volt, 2.5, 3 volt. And I always thought it was pretty important that you had the same voltage and the same amperage. But when I look at all these aftermarket, it makes me think that you don't. So what's your opinion on that? Hey, Marcia. Yeah, not bad. Couple flurries. Yeah, it is pretty clear. Yep. Gonna be getting a warm up next week. Hey, Samka, how you doing? How's it going? This damn charger for my new phone quit working already. I called them up. 14-day warranty. I've had it a month. I didn't like the one that came with anyway. Short cord. You're always pulling on it if you try and talk while you're driving. Piece of junk. Yeah, they sure do, don't they? I mean, I get the ones. What I do, I'll tell you what I do. I have a bunch of them at home too. I order them by the dozen, if you can believe it. The big old cloth. cord that's extra long, and I order them from China. And I just got them the other day. You can get the C adapter for the cord in case you've got one like for a different phone. This phone has a C. All my cords were for the other one. So I got the adapters. Now I'm all set. But this charger died out. What I'm wondering is, the charger it comes with, you think it would be specific. There's a reason for the amps and the voltage. But when you look at aftermarket chargers, they're all over the place. And I'm just wondering if they're full of it, and if it has to be the same or it doesn't. Or I'm afraid on a new phone that I just got to use a more powerful charger, but maybe more powerful just means charging quicker. I'm not sure. I don't want to burn it out. Nah, the Amish thing, never heard from him. I never heard from him. The guy I had interviewed before never called me back, and the store never called me back. It's weird, man, I'm telling you. That's got to be one of the strangest things I've ever had happen to me. I thought for sure that I was going to get a call. It's like, hey, this was a misunderstanding, Somebody called the store, they didn't know what to think, but no, nothing. I don't really care that much. I mean, it's upsetting. I like going there. They had good roast beef sandwiches. And, there isn't a shred of truth to it. I got a little problem, not a big problem, getting pulled over for that, too. There was no probable cause. That's not a crime. You can't pull over people for stuff like that. If you're on the property and they want to come up to you and say, hey, they don't want you here any longer, you can do that. But you can't do traffic stops for cases like that. It's against the law. It's an unreasonable stop. There's no, like I said, no probable cause. I don't really care. I think the sheriff's department, they were actually pretty decent about it. Yeah, it's hard to say, Simke, you know what I mean? Yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'd be guessing if I told you I thought I knew why they did it. I really don't know. It's weird. I think it's pretty strange. I think I will try and match this charger, even though I hate doing it. This is definitely a piece of junk, though. 2.0. Yeah, this is a total piece of junk. I don't even know it came as a package deal. What are you gonna do, Yeah, you got a good point on there, Simka. It's true. There's something really off there that I just don't know yet. Yeah, it's a plug. Yeah, it's this piece of shit. It really is. In a way, I probably did myself a favor that it broke. It's just I'm pissed that I paid, probably top buck for it because I got the package deal through Verizon. It's already broke. I'm at Walmart here. I was going to go in and look at another charger and get a pack of Dragon's Milk. Party all night. Yeah, that's the thing. I know any will work, but that's what I wonder about, because generally on electronics, voltage and amperage matter. What makes me think it's not that significant on a phone is that when you look at aftermarket chargers, they're all over the place. 2 volt, 2.2, 2.4, and they say they're good for this phone. I don't know if that's just them trying to sell chargers, or it doesn't matter. I mean, if it doesn't matter, why is the voltage and the amperage all over the place? Yeah, I'll show it to you. Yeah. Got my Daisy girl with me. I went and saw Christine. She comes on the channel a lot. Saw her at the Eagles Club. Went in there and got a hamburger. Super nice lady. Met her husband too. Did some photography around there. Oh, do you really, Budmore? And that doesn't burn your phone out, huh? Is that because it charges faster? Hey, Patricia, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, I know more amps is faster charging. And if that's the issue, I don't have a problem with it, but I wanted to be sure of that, you know? Actually, the one that I had, this piece of junk, charged pretty quickly. But it's a new phone, and I hate to burn out the battery prematurely. Hey, Cece, how you doing? Oh, okay, Budmore. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, cool. Thanks. Well, that's pretty good, Patricia. Good for you. Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to keep you waiting. I'm going to run in here and get some things. I'll be on in about probably about 40 minutes. I'll be at home. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it. You know, I used to be a huge UFC fan. I'm not bragging, but I knew Stephen Bonner. You know, the first fight with Forrest Griffin, and followed him. I went to all his amateur boxing bouts, and so I had a special interest in the UFC. He belonged to a gym and worked at a gym I went to in Chicago. And then I just, I was into that kind of stuff anyway and followed UFC. But the last 5 years, I'm just, I don't mind paying whatever for world-class boxing. There's a reason why Floyd Mayweather gets 50 or 70 million dollars to fight, and a UFC guy gets 250,000. I like UFC. I mean, I got a little bit of a guilt complex over it because I just think it's a brutal sport, and God knows what they're worried about concussions in football. I want to see the CAT scans of some of these MMA fighters when they're in their 50s and 60s. It can't be good. So in a way, I kind of feel a little guilty watching it. I know it's something they volunteer to do, but man, I'll tell you, elbows and those kicks to the head is not good for you. But I've kind of lost interest in the UFC. It certainly isn't worth $80 for a pay-per-view to watch a bunch of guys that have 500 records. Oh, that's cool, Vern. Yeah, I mean, I've been a boxing nut since I was a kid. I mean, my opinion, a lot of people don't agree with it. To me, he's the best boxer that ever lived. He was a power puncher up until he was about 26 and then switched. But he's just got freak defense, uh, hard to hit. He's undefeated, and that's why. Oh, watch it for free? Yeah, I canned my cable a couple months ago. I just wasn't watching it anymore. In the old days, I would pay for the premium channel with HBO and Showtime, but they basically got out of the boxing business. I mean, they had that Lomachenko fight on not long ago, and I think that was on ESPN. But shit, you can wait years now to get a HBO or a Showtime, and that was the only reason that I got it. I mean, it paid for itself. You had a couple pay-per-views that you could avoid because you belong to those, but that's just kind of a thing in the past. Yeah, great promoters have a lot to do with it. I mean, who you fight is huge. I mean, weaving your way up through opponents is part of the magic. Absolutely. Hell yeah. I mean, there's club fighters out there, places with 500 records that'll take your damn head off. And you don't want to take a chance of one of those guys throwing a haymaker and taking away your undefeated record. Undefeated records sell. Doesn't seem to really matter that much in the MMA. But like I say, their purses are chump change compared to legitimate professional sports. Good night, Merrick. He fought everybody in his prime. That's one thing you got to give him. He didn't dodge anybody. I mean, you look at what he did to Canelo Alvarez, uh, um, Angel Man Freddy, Diego Corrales, Oscar De La Hoya, destroyed him. Hey, DZ. I'm not into racing too much. Yeah, Adesanya, man. He's a hell of a. He's got it all, man. He really does. Just a monster, man. He's what I notice about him is how he controls the distance. He uses that height effectively. John Jones is the same way. Oh, really, Daisy? Yeah, Derek Lewis is all right. Those guys don't excite me that much, and I think heavyweight boxing's a joke. This Tyson Fury and this Deontay Wilder are terrible. Both of them are just clumsy. It's nothing like the old heavyweight days. They're just fundamentally weak in all aspects of boxing. Oh, is that right, Daisy? Okay. Hey, Angie, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, I've been around boxing long enough to realize that uh, when you get a pat around 40, and particularly around 50, I mean, if you happen to get a glimpse, I wouldn't walk across the street to see Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. I mean, and anybody that watched it will tell you it was a joke, a clown fest. You lose all your punching power. I mean, they were just two fat guys fighting an exhibition, looking for a money grab. Did you get your heat turned on and everything, Angie? What happened over that whole thing? Did you get any damage to your house? No, I don't think he killed boxing. I really don't. I mean, I think he was influential. I think boxing, it's just kind of the MMA took really is what killed boxing, and that's kind of ending. The numbers are starting to swing back around now. Yeah, there's club fighters all over the place that would kick Mike Tyson's ass right now. Roy Jones Jr. too. There's no punching power left. No water or food yet, really, Angie. It's still like that, huh? So what are you doing out there to eat? How do you work? How do you work that now? Yeah, Tyson's a small heavyweight. You're right. Oh, I believe he ruined fighters. I think he was a total user, but that happens in a lot of things. Marriages. Hey, Dolly, how you doing? You feeling all right? Did you get any results back? My God, that sucks. God, you look at this state the size of Texas, too. Yeah, I love Mike Tyson. I do. I could listen to him talk forever. Just a freak of nature. Comes along once in a lifetime. I think he's the best heavyweight that ever lived. I mean, Mike Tyson in his prime, you could have charged me $300. I'd have still ordered it. Was like an animal against a human being. Just crazy punching power. I'll tell you, I know quite a few guys that have been in boxing forever. I knew Al DiNapoli, who was Jake LaMotta's trainer. And long story short, and I've had more than one old boxer tell me this, their definition of a great boxer was how they reacted when they were tested. And when Mike Tyson was tested, He lost every time. Oh, I didn't even know he had a ranch. That'd be cool. Yeah, he got screwed on that prison deal. I don't think it ruined him. He made a ton of money before and a ton of money after, and he's still rich. That was a bullshit allegation. It's what you get when you hire an appeals attorney to handle you in a criminal case. He was totally railroaded on that deal. I think he is too, Rob. Yeah. No kidding, huh? Wow. Who's that, DZ? Who was out of Youngstown? What's her name? Boom Boom Mancini was from Cincinnati, I think. And Adrian Bronner's from down around there somewhere. Yeah, big time railroad, man. That Desiree Washington. Then he got hooked up with that Robin, was it Williams and her crazy mother, and they screwed him again. Yeah, I think pigeons are interesting. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, really into pigeons. I've been into everything wildlife, bred camels, tropical birds, bees, but I didn't do pigeons. And the reason that I did, and I have a lot of books on it, I was going to get into it. But to be honest with you, I think I'd worry about pigeons, letting them loose places and if they were going to make it home. There's a lot of dangers for birds. And I just couldn't, I don't think I could have got myself to let them go and then keep checking to see if they made it home or not. Yeah, rolling pigeons really fascinating. Yeah, hawks eat pigeons. That's true. You're right. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Who's that, Vern? Who are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I can understand. Yeah, hopefully they didn't. How cold did it get and for how long, Angie? How cold and for how long? Did you try and leave the water running? Good, Mark. Yeah, Blue Jays too. You're right. Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, rolling pigeons are fascinating. I mean, pigeons, kind of get a bad rap. People think they're dirty, but pigeons, I'll tell you, as far as a flying machine, when you look at the environment they're in, there's some good. YouTube used to have some videos. I'm assuming they're still up, where peregrine falcons would try and catch them. A pigeon can see behind itself as it's flying, and you'll see these peregrine falcons trying to nail this pigeon, coming up behind him and diving. That pigeon will wait till the last second, collapse his wings. That damn peregrine hawk go flying right past it. Peregrine falcon. Yeah, that's nuts. You sure she doesn't have a YouTube channel, Burn? It sounds like somebody I know. Yeah, well, you see pigeons get out and exercise. They keep those wings strong. But when you see a pigeon like inside a parking garage, there's very few birds that could navigate between floors where the cars go up and down and take off from a dead start and kind of hover in the air and then fly forward. They're perfectly suited for the environment they live in. There's a lot of interesting books on birds and flight and their design, like turkey vultures and mallard ducks. You notice mallard ducks, you'll see them all over around a river if you're floating it in a canoe. They can pop right out of the water, hover for about 3 seconds, and then head forward. A Canadian goose can't. They need a long open path, just like a turkey vulture. And you'll notice they're very adept at where they decide to eat. I've seen geese and turkey vultures pass up on a meal because when they look down there, I don't know how they assess it without a language, but they realize that there's not enough room to get a running start. They go on to another place. Yeah, turkey vultures haven't changed in 140 million years. I got close to some back in the spring out at that place I go where they have that bird refuge down in Pink County. That's the closest I've ever got to turkey vultures. Normally they get the hell out of there. There were three. I took some photos of them. There were 3 or 4 of them sitting on a metal fence. Beautiful birds. You know they bite. They bite down 1,300 pounds per square inch. They can actually bite right through a cowhide. Yeah, fascinating birds. Angie, how's your channel doing? Hey, Joe, how's it going? How's your channel doing, Angie? Oh, yeah, they're cool looking. Good. And you look at a hummingbird or even a purple martin or a barn swallow. That's some pretty impressive flying as well. You know, they've seen Canadian geese at 29,000 feet, which is just mind blowing. Oh, it's not because of me. No, it's not because of me. I mean, I think it helps to have someone mention your name, but if it was just me, they could like go to your channel, see it, and turn it off, and you never hear from them again. They haven't done that. They saw your content, they subscribed, and you got, you know, people maybe that you wouldn't have got otherwise. But I mean, that isn't any great feat. I mean, you know, it's not like it took some effort on my part. I mean, I'm fully aware I got lucky, and I don't mind yeah, hoping the same thing happens to other people. Just shit luck. But it isn't any like anything that cost me anything, I got lucky, and I hope you get lucky. It's a Walmart parking lot. Oh, are you, Bern? No kidding. NB, wow. Oh, thank you. Oh, good for you, Joanne. Atta girl. That's a big change. That's good for you. Not all of them. I know people that have gotten ticketed and towed in the Walmarts. And the reason for that is because of ordinances. Rochester, Michigan's a perfect example. You go try and spend overnight in the Walmart there, and you'll hear the noise of a tow truck taking you out of there at 2 in the morning. Angie, are things? I mean, I think when you look at your numbers for as long as you've been around, it's pretty impressive. Sharon had a good chat last night as well. I got my van back today, and I know you're going to laugh at this, but It feels like a new car. It doesn't look like one, but if I shut my eyes and just steer, I feel like I'm in a brand new car. It's unbelievable the difference. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Oh, Utica, okay, cool. Hey, Dawn. Nah, that's the problem with this. It's focused on the windshield, not outside. The camera is on. That's what you have to have a chance. So it's not like you're missing any great scenery, and it's not much I can do about it. She's doing great right down there. Hi, Rita. Yeah, it feels brand new. I'm not kidding. It's weird. Oh, you see her now. Did you get a chance to see Sharon's chat? Yeah, I'm lucky. I've never had a headache. Hey, Roxy. Oh, yeah, what I do now? I bet I have 10 people a day I give Maddie's channel name to that don't know about it. Yeah, you're not going to find a nicer, sweeter person than Maddie. Yeah, she really is. Yeah. What do you mean, DZ? Like, I mean, it's going to come up on a recommended list, and either you're going to click on it or not. I'm not sure I know what you mean. I mean, you know how it is, Angie. She's got to want to do it. Right. Yeah. I'm just getting ready to go into Walmart, actually. Well, I'm going to head in here, you guys. I'll be home in about 15, 20 minutes. I'll come back on. I don't want to keep you bored here. I can leave it on if you want me to, but I can also go on and sign on when I get home. Eventually, I'll be turning it off and turning my home computer on anyway. All right, I'll see you a little later. Thank you.